Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with week 11, and this week is about recovering a sense of autonomy. I had to bring out the glasses because it's getting serious. I have to read some excerpts that really spoke to me so I wouldn't forget them. Like and subscribe if you've been liking the content, and if you want to see more. All right. Acceptance. Now, this line stood out to me. I am an artist. As an artist, I may need a different mix of stability and flow from other people. I may find that a 9 to 5 steadies me and leaves me freer to create, or I may find that a 9 to 5 drains me of energy and leaves me unable to create. I must experiment with what works for me. This line spoke to me, especially since there's a lot of conversation in the music industry about how you have to have a 9 to 5 to support your career until it takes off. And I agree with this. If you're 9 to 5, and it depends on the 9 to 5, I'm not going to speak for anybody, but I'll speak for myself. For me, I feel like if I had a when I was working a 9 to 5, if I had a 9 to 5 that was not a creative 9 to 5, it would have been easier for me to balance both. But even when I was pursuing, one time I was creating a fashion magazine, even when I was pursuing that, I was so burnt out. I fell asleep in my car and crashed it right in the parking garage. So for me, having my degree is in mass communication, television production. So yeah, and all I did at work was creative things. And I don't know if you know anything about working in 9 to 5 as a creative in Jamaica, but they don't pay overtime. You're expected to give your heart and soul just to meet deadlines, and well, at least I didn't get paid overtime. And so you're working until even 11 p.m. I'm the one leaving and locking up. You know what I'm saying? And my pay never changed. And it wasn't any great pay either. So I was burnt out. I did not make music when I was in a 9 to 5. I couldn't find it. I was just always depressed and burnt out, trying to pursue my goals, and I've tried it over and over until I've balanced it. I've been open with the jobs. They say I'm better at music. We parted ways mutually to finally understanding my worth and walking away from a job that used all my resources, and the whole company was basically built around me. Like a lot of it was built around me, and when I realized I couldn't get what I believed I was worth, I walked away, and I have never looked back. So I partially agree with I believe you need an income other than music in the beginning to help fund it. I agree. And if you have a job that really pays, it makes sense. Like where you can actually invest a good money into your music career. This is another thing that stood out. Sometimes I will write badly, draw badly, paint badly, perform badly. I have a right to do that to get to the other side. Creativity is its own reward. And I think this was really important to hear. It's just about operating as a creative. It's not like an end goal. And I know this, but it's hard not to think about an end goal, So it was good to have that reminder that it's just part of the process. And, as I have said, I have struggled with receding after performing badly, or feeling like I didn't think that song was up to scratch. I'm guilty of that. But I love this acceptance of shit gonna happen, so just roll with it. Here's another compromise. This is something I struggled with big time, especially as a wife and a mother. I may be a good cook and a rotten housekeeper and a strong artist. I am a messy, disorganized, except as pertains to writing, a demon for creative detail, and not really interested in details like polished shoes and floors. As a Virgo, on every zodiac thing, they're like, Virgos are like the neatest people ever and basically OCD. I didn't get that part. But I do love clean surroundings. But for me personally, I love to deep clean weekly. Like, that is some therapy for me. But I'm not the type who is organized enough to be like, especially after having a kid, it was a huge struggle for me to balance being the caretaker, keeping the house tidy. Like, it's literally like mopping the ocean when you have a kid. And I like that this acceptance, I am a great cook. I'm not the best housekeeper in the world. But I'm a strong artist, and that is okay. Like, I'm not meant to be good at everything, I'm not meant to just be excellent in all areas, and I'm okay with that. I have found something that works for me, in terms of balance, where, it's good enough. It might not be perfect, like untouched like an Architectural Digest, but it looks lived in. It's a home, and I think that is important for homes. I mean, to me, it looks really unrealistic when the place is just pristine. I'm like, okay, like, you must live here, right? As an artist, my self-respect comes from doing the work. And I think if you even further in the book, it's like telling you about success. Oh crap, hold on. It's telling you about how success may come, it might go, income might fluctuate, but those are not the reasons for being an artist. You are literally just here to create, and I loved that sentiment. See, as an artist, I do not need to be rich. I cannot allow my emotional and intellectual life to stagnate, or the work will show it. And if you know anything about me, I want to be rich. So, this was a hard one for me to swallow. I was like, I need to be rich. I don't know about anybody else, but it doesn't have to be from creative work. I can separate that, which I feel like I'm currently doing, and still in a creative way. So yeah, it spoke about that, in terms of success and accepting yourselves, and important to kill your dreams because they are irresponsible is to be irresponsible to yourself. And I felt a lot of guilt, especially when you have parents like, oh, you're so smart, you should be doing this. Oh, why aren't you, I can't tell you why. I have this strong feeling from the day I was born that I have to do something great. I'm a creative. I only operate that way. I don't know how to be anything else. Like, my whole life has been creative. Why would I just, I don't know. It's a hard ask, and it's one that I'm not conceding to. Here's another thing. I think especially with the reception to One Away, an artist cannot replicate a prior success indefinitely. Those who attempt to work too long with formula, even their own formula, eventually leach themselves of their creative truth. And I think this is where I am currently. Everybody's like, yeah, do that DJ thing, we love that. And it's just like, I don't want to do that on every track. Like, yes, I love it too, but I don't think it's on every track. And I get it, it works and this, but I am not right there right now. I want to do something different. And as I said, that's what I'm working on. And it will involve that, but I want to have that freedom to explore, like not, oh, because this has worked, just continue doing it. I feel like a lot of Jamaican artists, that is where when they reach their success, that's why they fall off. They become so scared to try anything else that they don't, and they keep working the same formula or copy somebody else's formula, and it's not working. And it's not working because we're not being authentic, and we feel like the audience can't feel that, but they can, because as a fan I feel it all the time from artists. And so I'm have to be authentic to myself right now. This week also spoke on the importance of exercise. And I think as creatives, sometimes we can not focus on our health, but it's not even about health, as the book says. Just that walk every day that I used to take last year just made my mind more free. I felt more creative. I had time to just explore my thoughts. I was disconnected, and I loved it. It helps you on those walks. Any problem or creative thing you're trying to solve, you cannot solve it easily. And I love that it placed that importance on exercise in the daily life of a creative. So all creatives, do not doubt the power of exercise. Don't do it for looking hot. To do it for your art, for your mental health. That's where I'm at with it right now. I love this statement. Most Black creatives are cerebral beings. I'm a thinker. I think and think and think and think. So this couldn't speak more to me. And that is the reason I may be blocked. It's the people who don't think much, that sometimes are more successful, who don't second guess or think about every possible route. And I think it was important to hear that, yes, I need to continue moving in this motion of just action. I don't overthink anything. I don't think about what didn't I do. I have been learning on the go about everything, and it's been great. I know I wouldn't learn half the things that I learned about starting new things without just starting it. This vlog, for example, I'm able to learn more about the business of YouTube and how to get more reach, and I'm understanding more things. See, right here, sorry, back to the exercise. I run for perspective. Love that. And exercise teaches the rewards of process, and that's true. Exercise is the biggest teacher of how little efforts every day can compound into success. It's something you can visually see from just trying every day, and it teaches you how to be successful in every other part of your life. So I know when I'm not exercising, I don't feel successful, I don't feel productive. It's just not like when it's there in your life. I also like this. Life is a series of hurdles. I used to see it as a series of obstacles or roadblocks. Now there are hurdles and challenges. And yeah, sometimes we come up on challenges which are just challenges, and we make it stop our progress. Sometimes I'm guilty of it. I know I overcome everything but sometimes I pause on it too long. And I think knowing that everything on your path is not meant to stop you, it can be it really can punch you down into the ground. Like personally, managers, disappointments, people promising you things. Yeah, phone got hot. So yeah, feeling like you reached somewhere and I mean really read somewhere and then it's just like back to ground zero, and being so mentally destroyed that you're just like, you have to just take a break from your passion completely. And as I said, if you've ever read The Alchemist, it teaches you that those stops along the journey that seem like they have nothing to do with your journey is the journey. So it's really important to remember that. And like a video I saw this morning, I feel like a lot of people get into the music industry and feel like, oh, it's only about talent or business, but it is about mental fortitude, okay? Because it's not easy and it's not for everybody. And I suggest that if you feel like it's going to send you over the edge mentally, do something else or take a break right now, because it will send you over the edge. Okay, like, my advice is to have other skills. This is your passion, you will always be able to pursue it, but you need to just have something else. These are people who are strictly like, they're not good at anything except music. Find maybe hobbies that you can monetize, anything. And yeah, because it will send you over the edge easily if you're not mentally strong, you get me? So yeah, that was week 11. One more week to go, can you believe it? And yeah, I'm not even mourning anymore. I'm so excited. I'm working on so many things. I need the time now to pursue everything I've taken from this book. So I will see you next week for the final week of The Artist's Way. Tell me leave a comment. Tell me if you've seen a change in me, all of that. You get me? And any change you see in yourself, your thoughts, your comments. Pick up on yourself. Later.